Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be reviewing Hex. This is the first time I ever seen this chart, to be honest with you. But let me go ahead and walk you through it, how I would assess it. First thing is going to my, I was going to say monthly, but there's nothing there. Weekly. We could start off on our weekly there, turning on my 1226 EMAs that we can't see here. Interesting. So there's going to be a lot of thinking here, so might be a bit of a silent video here. Just setting some weekly trend lines. Let's see what I find, what I see. Wow. So off the bat, this looks like a megaphone. Okay, let me go ahead and turn on my pivot highs and lows. Let me see what I could see here, give you the next target or where I think it's going, next trade setup. Right, this causes a bearish divergence, obviously, and then we went up, but okay. So just off the bat, trying to find highs and lows. So this is going to be my weekly high here, and my weekly low, I'm just going to go ahead and mark the previous, this red candle as the low, and we just wicked under it, so we're just going to mark here. Trying to find some support here, a range. Okay, let's move on to our daily. So within our daily, we could see our EMAs here. We're a bullish trend, as you can see. Price action is above 1226 EMAs. Right. Okay. One touch, two touches. My daily is yellow. So if we would cross up to the upside, this is my lowest price action, right? So put a vertical line here, and my target for the daily would be 10,234, around there. Let me go ahead and mark it yellow. Make sure 10,10,3. Okay, let me highlight it. Okay, and if we roll down to the downside, because it looks like we're playing this megaphone, yet we are also have like this falling wedge, if you could see it. Right, I'm just looking, see what I could find here. So within this day time frame, I'm gonna set a trend line here. I'm actually gonna go to the most current high or low. So if we cross to the downside, and if we break to the downside from this point, so I'm going to place a vertical line here, and my target would be 3646. 3646. That would be my bearish target here. Okay. Let me delete this. I also want to have my day range marked. Let's say using pivot highs and lows. So my day range will be the same low of my weekly range. Let me highlight it here. And my resistance would be right here. Perfect. Let me go to my 4 hours. Turn off the pivot hold. highs and lows. Just here in the 4 hours, I want to see if I can find a pattern, something that could give me more indication of where it's headed. Looking at my RSIs. Oops. Just switched it. So I personally think, and my charts also tell me that we're gonna have a major pullback, right? So with that being said, I feel and I think that this megaphone will be playing out, and we could see potential lows again, lower lows, to be honest with you, and then a bounce from here. But we'll get here when we get here. But for now, this is our high. We're in the 4 hours here. Let's mark some trend lines from here to here. This would be my 4 hour resistance. Actually looks like a bull flag here. So that's why it's important to come to different timelines. So imagine this bull flag. You can see it right here. Let me highlight it. If it plays out, it could play out. Have a measure move from the flagpole. Sorry, I'm trying to explain and think at the same time. It's kind of hard because I've never seen this chart before. Right, and we could have a push to this double top here. Perfect, I like that. Okay, we'll mark it here as our 4 hour bull flag target. What do you think? I like it, right? Because this would be the measure move from this bull flag here. If it breaks to the upside, of course. Could it break? Yeah. Could it not? Yeah. So we'll go with that average of a double top here. Okay. Okay, so this is what I have for you. It's playing within this triangle, right? This wedge. It's gonna get tightened up here. This would be for me. It's created a high right now, 30 minutes. So I would, after a high, we're gonna have a low. So I would set a range around in my 15 minutes and try to attempt a short if I was playing it right now. I think it's a great place for a short. We have support, resistance. It's getting rejected from a 4 hour major trend line, right? Setting stop loss above or highs, and then just seeing it roll over to the downside. Of course, if we cross this 4 hour trend line to the upside, we are headed. This bull flag could be played, and we are headed to our date target of 10-3 first. So that's what I have for you guys. I personally, it's hard to say, but it looks good for a short for me right now. Like I said, on the 15-minute, just setting this range. Looking at this RSI. RSI's not really that good right now. It looks funky here. There's a lot of wicks. Right, so confirmation to take a short. I want my support to break. I want my 1226 EMAs to flip. Look at that. That's crazy. And a good trend line to follow. You could sit right here. So once this trend line breaks to the downside, that would give you a third confirmation for a short. Right, and where would my target be? My target would be a highest peak. Let's set pivot highs and lows. Wow, that's a lot. So the highest priced action is 10. We had a double top, so a 6990. So there you go. That would be my scalp short with the stop loss, like I said, in the highs. But just looking at this, we have two scenarios. Obviously, that bull flag that could play out and give us that double top, or it could just roll over and come back to 36.19. And just be conscious and aware that there is this huge megaphone at play, where we could definitely have one more downtrend and bounce off from like the lows, like 1304, and then bounce back up. So market makers do like to work in three. So we had one touch, two touch. What's not to say we get that third touch here. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. That's my hex evaluation, and may the force be with you, and remember to do everything with love.